could just start us off, Bev, with your thoughts on the match tonight.
Yeah, obviously a very respectable side that we played today. And very proud of the group for earning the 3 points in the fashion that they earned the 3 points. I know we spoke a lot this week about what we wanted to do specifically for this game plan, and we wanted to try something a little bit different. And I felt the group really adapted to it throughout the training week, and I thought they showcased very well today with the amount of time that we've had to spend on it. They showcased very well in specifically what we were asking for. So obviously very proud for the group. Some minutes spread out across, which was a great opportunity for us to do that. And I thought the players that came in, the players that played, and obviously the effect that everybody has and all the contributions that everybody has as a part of this group, I thought was very promising today.
Questions?
No, please. So congratulations on this comeback and obviously a win, right? Great start to the Summer Cup. How do you, what points or factors do you gather from today's match and getting ready for the next match against a team that you had previously, before we started this cup, have lost against, like Courage? So how do you prepare the team for that game?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a lot of takeaways from today. I think obviously, using this as an opportunity to see where we are and also have an opportunity to test certain things that we would like to test during this time frame as we kick off in several weeks to the second half of the season. And I think, again, on that note and what we've worked on and what we talked about this week from an execution game plan perspective, the group was fantastic. And so I think for us, obviously, the result that we had against North Carolina at North Carolina is a result, obviously, we didn't want. So it's looking at that game, analyzing that game, and understanding kind of what we tested today and how we can bridge that and build some confidence into the group going back to play North Carolina, right? You don't have to really get a group confident and get a group excited about playing someone that they just lost to. It's already there. The fire's already there. So the fact that we get to play them so quickly, I think is exciting for us.
It was a rough string of games, obviously, in the
Yes,
last month in the regular season. Does this feel like a refresh, being able to come into this new series and, of course, kick it off the win?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to your point, obviously, the run of games that we had leading into the 1 week break. So we had the run of games, we get a 1 week break, and then we get to start off this Summer Cup. I think it was a good opportunity for the players that week off to get a mental, physical, just as much as all of us, a refresher, right? The energy coming back in was fantastic. And I really felt like the group was in a good place this week. And I really felt confident coming into this match because of what I saw throughout the week. And yeah, I think obviously putting the run of games aside in the sense of what did we take away from them, but also taking the opportunity with these games to see what we could be better at and really test certain things. So I think for us, it's motivation for us at the moment, especially to get 3 points and to start off in this fashion.
How good was it to see Emma score again, and then also to see Ari come back after such a long absence, score, and Kayla get on the score sheet, both of them after setting?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, Emma's ability to read the scenario and be a part of the play the entire time to affect as she did in that moment, which is put the ball in the back of the net, is very good. I thought Kayla's finish was fantastic. I thought the movement to Kayla's finish was fantastic. And obviously having a player back like Ari, she's just so sound. She's such a footballer. And she's so good for the group, right? She's always smiling. I say that all the time. She has such a passion and love for the game that's very infectious to the group. To see her get on the score sheet as well was very exciting today, to get the minutes she did as well, coming back from injury.
We have a question from Zoom after the win this stretch. Just how important is it for confidence to get a win and see the ball hit the back?
Yeah, it's incredibly important, right? There's only so many times that you want to go back and say, okay, what did we learn? What did we learn? What did we learn? What did we learn? You want to be able to go, okay, great. Of course, we're always going to have learnings. That's the game. That's football. But we could put a stamp on the fact that we're headed in the right direction. Confidence is in the right place, and we could push the group. So the demeanor just it enhances the fact that we have the confidence and we have the positivity in that moment. So you have to take it and you have to go with it, because if we don't get the results, we continue to look at what do we need to be better at. And then the narrative, then as myself as the coach, needs to be, okay, what positive light are we shedding on these moments as well, right? But they don't want to consistently see, what can we be better at? What they want to be better, right? That's why they're here. They're professional athletes. They're elite at what they do. So to be able to put a result next to a very good performance, in my opinion, is there still things we have to work on? Absolutely. It should always be that way. But to get those 3 points and have the confidence is very important for us moving into Summer Cup, moving into TWC, and then as well as the second half of this season.
Another one from Zoom here. Sorry.
It's okay.
From an attacking perspective, what made the difference, do you think, in converting chances tonight?
Yeah, and I think for us, our structures and how we get into those structures higher up the field, I won't dive into the tactics because it's not my style, and I can't share that. But how we get into those structures, I was very specific on how I wanted that to occur this game. And so that was something that we definitely looked to get into, and I think the group adapted to massively today in their roles within that.
What was it like just seeing your group go down, respond like to get answered, and what were some of those adjustments that you made, not only in the second half, but like really towards the other?
Yeah, and I think for us, I think the response was massive. And I think we spoke very clearly about how we were going to get into this attacking shape and what we wanted to look like and how important the counter pressure was. And we spoke very diligently on those little things at halftime. And I think, again, how the group came out and the response that they had. But I still think there was moments in the first half, given the new information and what we discussed, there was still moments in the first half that were very good. So I just think the adaptation to the information that we shared at halftime, on top of the group being in a really good space to bounce back as quickly as they did, allowed us to be in that position to gain some confidence.
Last one for that.
Obviously, very solid win, and as you said, great adaptation, and able to equalize in the first half and carry it into the second half, but still slow start. Still struggling to put a full 90 minutes together. What will it take for Racing to put a full 90 minutes together, and what adjustments would you have made to start out to maybe get that chemistry going?
Yeah, and I think, I think there's something to be said about like pulling off a full 90 plus minutes, and there's something to be said about momentums in games. For me, today was a little bit more of a momentum. There was times that they carried some momentum in the game, and then we snagged it back. But I think our identity and what we worked on from an adaptation perspective of what I wanted to test and see this week, I think allowed us to gain confidence in moments that we needed to, which was counter pressing, which was building out, getting more players around the ball, having options around the ball, having the ability to change the point of attack and having those numbers available. And I think for us, the players, they executed it massively today. And I think there's something to be said about a little bit of change of momentum and less like not putting a full 90 together. It wasn't a strict 45. Do you get my point?
Sure.
It was more of waves. And for me, I think that says something about the group and the growth of the group.
All right. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you so much, my